And good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Human Empowerment Experience Kettlebell Training with Mr. David Hills.
And Coach Kendra McLaughlin.
How are
with
you?
a new hairstyle.
I know. I got my hair cut yesterday. You know what's funny is, as I was saying the other day, I have a lot of hair. It's just and I always, I just always have wished I had long, flowing, thick hair, like my business partner, Jane Mipp. She has the most beautiful hair. But it just doesn't grow that way. It's sort of like if you wanted to grow back that spot that you have.
Yeah, it'll all grow except for one spot.
Sometimes you just don't have any control over things, right? So anyway, I had tried growing it out, and the longer I grow it out, the thinner it gets. And so I finally went to my hairdresser, who I've known for 15 years, who's an amazing person, and she did some cutting, and it's. This wasn't the style that she actually cut. I just didn't do anything to it. I washed it yesterday and went to bed and got up this morning and just went like this. But I love it because it's short, it's easy, it fits my face. So it's so much easier.
And it's low maintenance.
So low maintenance. You gotta love low maintenance. Don't have to
messy
worry.
but neat look.
Right. The messier it is, the better it looks. I love that. That's my new thing. So this is my new haircut. You'll probably see different ways that I wear it as I go along. So she had to cut quite a bit off because I have a lot of split ends. And then the she layered it up so it looks thicker than it actually is. And
if I had hair, it would be messy as well.
I met David before, after he started shaving his head. So I've never actually met him with hair. And when I see pictures of him with hair, I'm like, oh my God, you had hair. You look totally different.
Yeah.
So it is interesting how hair or non-hair or how we style our hair makes us look. Color. My friend Sarah, who's my Savvy brand partner, she just recently colored her hair on red and it looks great on her. She's been blonde. She looks great in blonde too. But color, cut, style, it all makes you look and feel different. So
it was funny after I came back from California with my head shaved, some of my students, I would tell them, I'd say, yeah, it feels so nice to shave my head. And they're like, what are you talking about? You've always been bald. And
isn't that funny?
I know. And I was like, no, dude, I just started shaving my head. And like, what?
That's like, as soon as my hair starts growing long, I put it in a ponytail. So a lot of people probably don't even realize it's growing longer because I always wear it in a ponytail. As soon I can't stand hair down here. It's probably because I'm not used to it. But anyway. So if you make some changes in your hairstyle, whatever it may be, you do it according to what you feel like doing. Don't listen to other people. This is your life. You make your life the way you want. If you want to shave your head, shave your head. If you want to cut your hair, you cut your hair. But today we're going to work out. And today we're building strong bodies, strong minds. We're learning about consistency, dedication, all of that good stuff. And that is what working out does. Creates a foundation for your day and a foundation for your entire life. If you need help getting started, great morning routine, message me or David, and we can help you. Everybody's morning routine is different, so this isn't a cookie cutter thing, but it is important to your day, and it makes a difference in how your day goes when you start it out in a good way. So what are we going to be learning about today?
Well, we're just going to start with our warm-up.
Okay.
The second part of our warm-up we're going to do with a stick. So you need a broom handle or something.
Stick or something. No. Okay, cool. And today I have on, of course, Savvy. I am a brand partner with Savvy.com. You need
for a change.
Yeah. If you need workout gear or even just leisure gear, I've actually had it. I just have so many outfits that I literally can wear one a day for probably a very long time.
Okay. All right, let's start hopping.
But I love the color of this. And with that white jacket, which is also a savvy jacket, it looks really cool. Nice and spring and summery, which we are heading towards that way. So we're just warming up our bodies right now. If you are sitting down with your coffee, you need to get up off the couch and let's get moving. Dropping your shoulders down as you're hopping. You don't have to hop up if you don't want. You can just go like this. And then we go into, I don't know what you call these. I always have my own meaning for this. So we're bending down slightly, dropping our hands, our pinkies down towards the floor, sort of like wicking or flicking water off your hands into the restroom. There's no paper towels.
Thumbs up in the back.
Heart openers. You only want to open up as far as it feels comfortable. And as you come around, you tap your body, which is a Qigong exercise. And as we open our arms, we feel the gratitude for everything that we have in our lives today. Every little thing, every big thing, every challenge, every person, every lesson.
All right.
Every opportunity. And we have a broom.
So, start with your hands up towards the ends of the handle on both sides. You're going to bring it up, back. Try and bring it all the way down.
So I can't do that.
That's
Can you
okay.
just look at my shoulders and see what I'm doing wrong?
So if it doesn't quite go, then just bring it behind your head, straighten one arm, and then straighten the other.
Okay, yeah, I can
Right?
do that.
And now you can bring it back. Try and bend both arms at the same time. Yeah, that's okay. It's just you're running into the flexibility
Of my
of your
shoulders.
shoulders.
Yeah. Boy, this really tells me it's my left shoulder is not as flexible as my right.
Absolutely. This will point it out. All right. Bring it up overhead. Bring your feet wide. Bring it as far back as you can. Bring your elbows straight. Now sit back into your hips. You should feel this in your upper back.
I feel it in my upper back mostly. Always good
Yeah.
when
Walk your feet in.
my trainer looks back and when I'm doing the exercises is nice. I love that.
And sit.
I've actually improved a lot with this. This used to be really like I wasn't as straight up as I am now. Also, yoga has helped.
Feet wide, arms narrow.
So, can you tell us the purpose of these different situations that we have our body in at this point? Like, why are we doing the different stances?
Well, there are 4 positions. Wide arms, wide feet. Wide arms, narrow feet. Narrow arms, wide feet. Narrow arms, narrow feet. And it's going to turn around a bit. It's going to change where in your back it focuses that stretch. So the narrow feet and hands will bring it higher. The wide feet and hands will bring it more into the low back.
Oh, okay.
And it's for the flexibility forward and back, sort of the anterior, posterior flexibility of your spine. We think of our spines in terms of flexibility this way and twisting, but think seahorse, right? How a seahorse moves,
Right.
how that forward and back undulation of the spine.
Uh-huh.
That's what you're working on.
Okay.
Okay.
We didn't do skinning.
We didn't. Let's do it. Narrow grip, narrow stance. Bring it up. Elbows locked, shoulders back. Sit back into the hips. 1. Keep it as high as you can. 2, 3, one more. These come from Steve Cotter, the one I learned from him. Okay, so bring the thing, the
My broom.
stick, yes, the broom behind your shoulders.
I don't like this. Funny.
Hold it.
Okay.
So
I can't get it down.
that's okay. Just
my
bring
lower
move
neck.
your hands over,
Okay.
and then move your hands as far as they'll go. If you can, straighten your arms.
I can't do that. I can't even
So
lift
I'll
it.
hold it. You can just slide that hand further out towards you. Yeah. Good. Now try the other one. Yeah. That's it. And you just go until it challenges you. That's all. And if you can go further, go further. If you can't, then that's where you need to work. Now, here, you're going to now rotate, and I'm going to take this hand, and the more I push this hand across, the more it stretches this hand across the back. Feel it? How pushing with this arm.
And you don't want to,
You
want to just.
Yeah, don't go hard. You'll break the stick.
Well, you want to do it where it's challenging you. If you're feeling pain, back off.
That's right.
But if, obviously you feel a challenge here. I feel a challenge in my left shoulder. Right shoulder.
Now, reach as far as you can with your hands. Point both feet to one side. Kick your hip back in a windmill position. Your arms should end up being straightish. Come back up. Turn the feet the other way. Back adjustment there.
Yep.
Hip adjustment. Turn the feet. Last one. Move it.
Oh, that was tough. It hurt the back of my neck.
Yep. So,
Well, it didn't hurt. It was.
it's worth the pressure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Let's grab our bell. Sure, nice to meet you. Your pants are falling down.
It's not that kind of a show, folks. Yeah, I just want to see who we have joining us. We have a couple of people joining us.
Get your kettlebells.
My sister Tammy, you're gonna see her on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
And then Thomas Brackett is here. Hello, Thomas. And then we have it's a Gracie thing.
That's Tanya Gracie.
Oh,
Yeah.
On Insta.
Yeah. She's a friend. All right, here we go. 2 hands on the bell.
We have a lot of really great friends.
Seat your shoulders, drive into your hips, and pick the bell up.
I was thinking about that this morning. We have a lot of really good friends from all over the world and all over the country. And we're going to be traveling in our whatever we have for a while, starting in September. So if you are somewhere in the country, California, like our friend Zenobia and Val and your friend
Roger,
we will come visit you wherever you are. So heading out west. Actually, we're heading south first for a little bit to visit some friends and family. And then we're going to head out to California. My daughter's in Nevada City. And then heading out from there for a couple of years.
Oh, nice.
Something that
Bring your feet a little closer and pass it back and forth.
Always wanted to do, and so that's what we're gonna do. But anyway, we have what I was saying about friends. We just have a lot of really cool friends. It matters who your tribe is. It matters who you have. for friends, people that you're hanging around, people that you listen to.
To the rack. 10 swings to the rack on each side. 1, 2. Nine, 10. Change hands. Last one. Set it down.
And for those of you who were not here on Monday, I'm doing the challenge, 100 kettlebell swings every day for 30 days. And I did 108 yesterday, actually. And I used my heavier one. How heavy is that?
16 kilograms, 35 pounds.
35-pound kettlebell, 100 swings every day. And really, it's sort of a experiment. I want to see how it affects my body in a positive way. So.
Absolutely. All right. So we're going to do some overhead stuff. But first, we're going to do some overhead lunges. We're going to continue to work the low body with the kettlebell in a locked out position. Now, this is a flexibility exercise, among other things, because as you go down into your lunge, you're going to want to bring the kettlebell forward because it's going to challenge the flexibility of your arm. You have to keep it back. This is where you're going to work.
I'm going to go down a little bit.
Sure.
Because of the overhead, you can see how it goes. And then,
All right. Start with the kettlebell in the left hand. Swing it to the right. Press it overhead. Now, with the kettlebell overhead, make sure you have room in front of you. Locked elbow, stepping forward. 1, 2,
I'm actually going to
3. Nice. Nice. Do a few more while you do yours. 3 more finger. One.
get back up.
That's okay. So, are you finding full lockout?
Yeah, I mean, I have to work at it, but it's a challenge, but I want a challenge. That was too easy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like I was getting enough challenge.
Absolutely.
So I feel safe, but challenged.
That's the thing. Once you get that lockout position solid, you realize that this is just a leg exercise.
Well, and I think why I couldn't get back up is I lost this is a work in progress, trying to keep that locked.
Yeah. This side would be a little better.
Yeah, this side's easier because it's my
All right.
right side.
Overhead. Lock. Now.
Yeah, very nice.
Nice.
We both way down in the water.
So now, we're going to come on down to here. Left knee is bent, so left arm is overhead. Straighten that out. Now, think there's a car door here. You need to shut it with your hip. So yes, that begins the motion. And don't do that and then bend forward. Do that, but do it slowly and keep going in the same direction. Okay, come on back up. So think of pushing this over that way.
Wait.
Yep.
Okay. So I have this foot in the right place?
You do.
Okay. And this way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was going back.
Correct.
Okay. So I have, is this supposed to be live foot?
It can be live foot or dead foot.
Okay.
I like live foot because it feels like I have a little more control because I can push with the ball of my foot into the ground, but you can just as easily push with the top of your foot.
I actually can push easier because I've had surgery on my toes.
Then that's what you should do.
So, okay.
So,
checking.
one more time without the kettlebell. Yes. Right. But again, watch this. So you're starting off good, but then you're trying to reach with your hand.
Okay, so
Your hand will, don't ever touch your hand to the ground. Move your hip until it touches the ground.
okay, I see the difference.
You follow me?
Yeah, it's not easy.
No, it's not easy. It takes a long time to rewire your brain.
My hips are my
Don't say that.
well, it's a work in progress for sure. It takes patience because
It does take
I'm
patience.
impatient about it. I will tell you that. You can tell by the way I just want to do it like you.
That's okay. You will. Okay. You can do it. You will do it like me as long as you take it step by step. Okay. Take one step to your left so I don't move.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So kettlebell in your left hand. Press it overhead. I'm going to move your kettlebell first. All right. So with the kettlebell overhead, hip over and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it in. Set it down. Now watch this. This is the way you will know if you're doing it correct. When you can go.
So I have.
So you're about to touch the hand, but you don't. And then you come back up.
So.
Right. Now you're talking. And you do that whole thing. Like this. Just put a little pressure here. Go down.
See, this is where I have. Okay, so right about here is where I get stuck. It's like.
Okay.
There's some pressure here
Mm-hmm.
that it feels like
you're running into
back is going to break.
You're running into the flexibility of your low back.
Okay, so what
So
do
now
I do?
here's what you do. You go across, and then as you go across, you can fold forward a bit. Okay? Yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
That feels better. But it does feel different.
So this is the protocol with this. You want to go as much sideways as you can. If you're over 40, you can slightly go forward as you go down. But it's still with no hand, so I still need to do it unsupported, right? As soon as this hand touches the ground, now the weight transfers through. That's okay to learn, but eventually you want to maintain control all the way without the hand. All right, switch feet. In the other hand, rack it, press it. Straighten the other arm, look at the bell. Kick the hips sideways and up. In.
That's much easier.
Yeah, you're getting it.
It's this side.
And it's not a strength thing.
No, it's a flexibility.
It's a neurological thing. And that's why these take time. If it was just a strength thing, you'd get this very quickly.
It's this hip.
Yeah. You can still, now you feel yourself coming this way rather than straight. Yeah. Now you're talking. Now, come across, do the same thing, come across and grab and touch your hand to the ground. Good. Now, without putting more pressure on your hand, push your hip towards the American flag.
It doesn't go any further.
That's good. That means that you've reached the.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't.
Lock this arm.
It doesn't go any further that way.
That's okay. Today, it won't go any further.
How is it supposed to go further?
Because
so big.
if I can't straighten the arm out, it's not that this muscle. This muscle needs to be released for this muscle to fire.
So on here, though.
So what's happening is you get here and you're firing this muscle to stabilize, right? You have to let it go in order to go down further. So it's really what you're dealing with isn't a matter of getting stronger. It's a matter of trusting that you'll be okay letting your hip go, right? And that takes time.
It's interesting because I don't feel like I'm holding it.
Absolutely.
So.
I mean, flexibility is largely a psychological issue, right? For instance, if I can hold my leg like this, 90-degree bend, and I can hold this leg like this with the 90-degree bend, why can't I just do this? The reason is psychological. There's no anatomical connection that goes from one leg to the other. So if I can do that and I can do that, I can do that. I don't do it because my mind won't let me. A lot of flexibility is convincing your body that you're going to be okay doing things that it has never done before. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy to understand what to do. It's a different thing entirely to actually do it.
Yeah.
All right, we're running out of time. Let's do our swings. Actually, let's do some snatches. So go with your 12, which is this guy. He goes a little bit. Yesterday we did 20 snatches. Today I think we should do 30. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change hands. 2, 3, Last 5. Pull it in. Set it down.
Whew. Good work. So it's not just about working out. It's about learning how your body moves. It's about learning how to move your body in the best way. And how your body learns. So much information that I never knew. So grateful to have David here to teach me all of these great things about how the body moves. And also keeping healthy, strong, creating strength, all that good stuff.
Can you do have a bad knee?
Okay. Good question. Alan guessed?
Yes, Alan. So Alan's the people are today.
Okay. So Alan,
My friend Alan.
here's the important thing. Your knees, some people will tear their cruciate ligaments and still compete in professional athletics. You don't actually even need cruciate ligaments. Talk about knee. The vast majority of knee injuries are to the ligaments. The cruciate ligaments, cruciate means cross, and you have 2. One in the front that goes from this side to this side.
Left to right. Or right to left.
I'm not sure which one, anterior or posterior, goes left to right, and the other one goes this way. And they make a cross, and they stabilize your knee laterally, side to side. If you do your form properly, and by that I mean the knee stays still in space, and my swing is from the hip. It's very much like if I sit down like so and go hips back, hips forward, right? My knee doesn't move. It can't right now because it's sitting on the floor. This is what you should feel from here. If your knees go forward, you're going to be inappropriately loading the knee, and you will further damage yourself. If you do it correctly, you will strengthen it every time you do it.
So, Alan, if you want David to take a look at your form,
yeah, definitely send me a
video, a couple of swings or whatever and then he'll take a look at it and give you, or if you want to do a Zoom call with him, he can do that with you. We want to make sure that you're doing it correctly, so you're moving forward and not injuring yourself. So he certainly would be more than happy to do that for you.
And how do you stop it from hitting the back of your arm?
Yeah, we can talk about that as well.
Eventually, you'll have a bruise right here. We call it the kettlebell badge. And that's a matter of time. It takes practice.
When I first started, I had the same bruise as you on both hands. And he did too. So it's not doing anything wrong necessarily. It's that as you learn and go along how to swing properly, that won't be happening anymore.
It's just really about controlling the bell, controlling your body's reaction to it. This takes time.
And also, we want to check to make sure you're using proper weight.
In
the beginning, you use a lot of weight to get started. So, thank you so much for joining us. Alan, I'm so proud of you. He's got kettlebells. He's working out with us. He's learning. This is a process.
It is.
So it's going to take patience, some time. I've been doing this for quite a while with David. Yeah. And I'm still learning. It's a learning process, but I've changed a lot. My body has changed. I have a lot more strength, flexibility, and as you can see, I'm still learning. And
you understand strength now.
Totally understand how it works. It's much different than it was 9 months ago. Mm-hmm. So I can tell you that. And as we age, this is the anti-aging.
Yes,
it really is. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you have a fantastic day. Actually, you will, because you can make it a fantastic day. You're in control of your life. And we'll see you here tomorrow morning, bright and early, 6 a.m. for another workout and some inspiration. Love you guys. Take care. We will see you tomorrow.